Johann Peter Schickele was an American composer, musical educator, and parodist, best known for comedy albums featuring his music, which he presented as being composed by the fictional P.D.Q. Bach. He also hosted a long-running weekly radio program called Schickele Mix. From 1990 to 1993, Schickele's P.D.Q. Bach recordings earned him 4 consecutive wins for the Grammy Award for Best Comedy Album. Johann Peter Schickele was born on July 17, 1935, in Ames, Iowa, to Alsatian immigrant parents. His father, Rainer Schickele, was the son of writer René Schickele and was an agricultural economist teaching at Iowa State University. In 1945, Schickele's father took a position at George Washington University in Washington, then became chairman of the Agricultural Sciences Department at North Dakota Agricultural College in Fargo, North Dakota, in 1946. In Fargo, the younger Schickele studied composition with Sigfrid Thompson of the Fargo-Moorhead Symphony Orchestra. He graduated from Fargo Central High School in 1952, then attended Swarthmore College, graduating in 1957 with a degree in music. He was the first student at Swarthmore to earn a music degree. He was a contemporary of Ted Nelson at Swarthmore, and he scored Nelson's experimental film, The Epiphany of Slocum Furlough. It was his first film score. He graduated from the Juilliard School in 1960 with a master's degree in musical composition. He studied composition with Roy Harris and Vincent Persichetti. Schickele wrote music for a number of folk musicians, most notably Joan Baez, for whom he also orchestrated and arranged 3 albums during the mid-1960s, Noel, Joan, and Baptism. He also composed the original score for the 1972 science fiction film Silent Running. Schickele married poet Susan Sindel on October 27, 1962. His children, Matt and Carla, are both musicians. The two played together in the trio Beekeeper in the 1990s. Carla is also an orchestral music composer. Schickele's brother David Schickele was a film director and musician. Peter Schickele died at his home in Beersville, New York, on January 16, 2024, at the age of 88. Claire Muriel Fagin was an American nurse, educator, academic, and consultant. She had a bachelor's degree in science from Wagner College, a master's in nursing from Columbia University, and a PhD from New York University, all in New York City. Fagin's major contributions to psychiatric nursing, nursing education, and geriatric care were always underlined with a strong belief in the power of the activist consumer. As a result of her work to change hospital visiting policies, Fagin is considered to be one of the founders of family-centered care and was the first woman to serve as president of an Ivy League university. Fagin was the daughter of May and Harry Mintzer, immigrants to New York City from Poland and Russia. Her parents wished for her to become a medical doctor like her aunt, who was a dermatologist in Queens. She elected to study nursing at Wagner College and earned a doctorate at New York University. Her doctoral dissertation covered the concept of rooming in for parents of hospitalized children. She continued her research in this area, which influenced the perception of parental visitation in hospitals. In 1970, she was hired by Lehman College as head of nursing to create a nursing department that focused on family-centered nursing care and also psychological care of every aspect in nursing care. She left in 1977 to join the University of Pennsylvania as Dean of the School of Nursing. Fagin was Leadership Professor Emerita, Dean Emerita at the University of Pennsylvania, and received 15 honorary doctoral degrees, as well as the prestigious Honorary Recognition Award of the American Nurses Association. On November 30, 2006, the Nursing Education Building at the University of Pennsylvania was renamed Claire M. Fagin Hall. She married Samuel Fagin in 1952 and had 2 sons. One of her children died of COVID-19 in 2020, and her husband Samuel died in 2019. Claire Fagin died on January 16, 2024, in Manhattan, at the age of 97. Howard Waldrop was an American science fiction author who worked primarily in short fiction. He received the World Fantasy Award for Life Achievement in 2021. Though born in Houston, Mississippi, Waldrop spent most of his life in Texas. He moved to Washington State for several years, but returned to Austin. As a child, he corresponded with Game of Thrones author George Martin about their shared love of comic books. He was an avid fly fisherman. He was a member of the Turkey City Writers' Workshop, attended the Rio Hondo Writing Workshop, and taught at the Clarion Workshop. Waldrop died from a stroke in Austin on January 14, 2024, at the age of 77. Ronald Fredrick Powell was an American professional football player who was a linebacker for the New Orleans Saints of the National Football League. He played college football for the Florida Gators. He was selected by the Saints in the 5th round of the 2014 NFL Draft. A native of Moreno Valley, California, Powell attended Rancho Verde High School, where he played defensive end, linebacker, and tight end. In his senior season, he totaled over 80 tackles, 13 sacks, and 28 tackles for losses on defense, while averaging over 15 yards per catch on offense. He was named a high school All-American by USA Today, Parade, and EA Sports. He was selected to play in the 2010 U.S. Army All-American Bowl, where he was voted MVP. Regarded as a 5-star college recruit by Rivals.com, Powell was listed as the No. 1 prospect in the class of 2010. Powell died on January 15, 2024, at the age of 32. Michael Douglas revealed his diagnosis in August 2010. The actor underwent rigorous treatment, including 8 weeks of radiation and chemotherapy. His treatment was deemed successful, and he went into remission. Laryngeal cancer is often associated with certain risk factors, including smoking and heavy alcohol consumption. In Douglas's case, he acknowledged a history of tobacco and alcohol use, which are recognized as significant contributors to the development of this type of cancer. Michael Douglas used his high-profile status to raise awareness about the disease and the importance of early detection and prevention. His openness about his own struggles encouraged public discussions about the risks associated with smoking and excessive alcohol consumption. Despite facing health challenges, Michael Douglas continued to work in the entertainment industry. He received critical acclaim for his role as Liberus in the biographical film Behind the Candelabra, for which he won a Primetime Emmy Award. Following successful treatment, Douglas became an advocate for cancer awareness and research. He has spoken about the importance of regular health checkups, early detection, and lifestyle changes to reduce the risk of cancer.